What is going on, everyone? My name is Scorpion, coach of the L.E.A.F agents, and I hereby welcome you to the Battle Hub Draft League semi-finals. Honestly, mate, I never thought in a million years I'd ever get this far, especially considering this is my first ever draft league. But I am very humbled by this opportunity and even happier to have been blessed with an absolutely incredible journey this far. This is a very exciting moment for me. Regardless, as I said, today is the semi-finals and we are having a rematch with the homie Emerald Miner, the former undefeated coach of the regular season, of which we of course miraculously ended the winning streak, and coach of the Demewlition force. Now, of course, he is an incredibly good player and also with, in my opinion, the best team in the whole league. So I have to say, despite having beaten him the first time, I am anything but confident for this rematch. As obviously it could go a very different way than the first time. We're going to get into the team builder and matchup overview in a minute as usual, and after that the Wi-Fi battle will follow. So if you guys are as excited as I am, please let me know by leaving a like, subscribe also if you're new, and without further ado, let's have a quick recap of this week's matchup. Alright, so here's a quick recap of what the matchup looked like in week 8 and also what it looks like for today. Now, again, I am not joking when I think that this is the best team in the whole league. And I went into detail about that a little bit in week 8, but there's a couple of things that I didn't mention there that I would kind of like to mention now, because there's a couple of things about Emerald Miner's team that I really like. So first of all, like I said in week 8, he's got a very well balanced core. There's a lot of Pokemon in there that can play a lot of different roles, and there's a very good balanced core of just, you know, offense and defense mixed in together. I think he also has an absolutely incredible type chart. There's very little like types that come through like multiple times, and it's very difficult to find like one or two particular types that his team is actually very weak to. So for those two reasons, it is a very tough team to crack. The speed tiers are also all over the place. It goes down from Slowbro, which is at 30, all the way up to Dragapult, which is at 142, which is an absolutely incredible speed tier range that he can cover with that. And yeah, that basically makes it very difficult to prep for this team. Another thing that I really like about his team is the type cores, and I can actually kind of see that. I can actually kind of see a way in which he went about drafting that, because I actually sort of did the same thing. He's got the Slowbro, the Rotom-Mow, and the Tauros Paldea Fire, which form a Fire, Water, Grass core. And then the Dragapult, the Enamorus, and the Fortress kind of form a very strong Dragon Fairy Steel core. And those two cores, in terms of types, are what are, in my opinion, actually sort of the strongest type cores you can go for when drafting a team, or even when just team building in general. Like, this could apply to Smogon metagames as well. Regardless, like I said in the speed tiers, he also just simply has Dragapult. Like, that alone, I think, makes the team incredible. I think, again, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Scarlet and Violet Draft League community actually considers Dragapult to be like the best Pokemon in the format, period. Obviously outside of you know, draft leagues where Ubers are available. In the typical ones that we have, Dragapult is the best Pokemon available. So naturally, when you have that on your team is naturally going to be very strong regardless. And last but not least, I also think the Terra Captains are very well chosen as well, especially because Rotom-Mow and Lycanroc Dusk in particular have come to a lot of battles that Emerald Miner has played. So in almost every single battle there's 2 Terra Captains available, and obviously I have to say that is definitely one of my own criticisms, because Iron Leaves we've obviously brought to every single battle. Spoiler alert, it's also going to be present in this one, but I have not been using my other Terra Captains very much or very well, because Drifblim and Venomoth obviously have not come to anywhere near as many battles as the Iron Leaves or my other Pokemon. So anyway, with that all out of the way, I think this team is very difficult to prepare for, very well drafted again, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins the league with this team. But regardless, I did my best to try and counter it. I do actually really like my own team as well. I think there's some people that think highly of my team, and I really like it myself, especially that I'm you know, used to playing with it. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the team that I have crafted to tackle the semi-finals matchup. Alright, there it is. So here is the team that we are taking into the semi-finals against Emerald Miner. Now, let me try and explain these Pokemon quickly from start to finish. So starting off, we have Moltres and Hydreigon. These two Pokemon, kind of like the idea that I had behind them, were the first that I added to my team, because these are basically what I want to be my Dragapult answer. With max health and max speed, Moltres is a very good, well, almost max speed. Moltres is a very good speed tier against the rest of the team. Obviously, he doesn't outspeed, you know, Dragapult. But with the max HP, Moltres actually has a surprisingly good bulk to be able to take Dragapult's hits basically on either side. The only move Dragapult really gets to hit me with is Hydro Pump, and I honestly am expecting Emerald Miner to kind of overlook that a little bit, especially because it's not really good for much else on my team outside of maybe the Great Tusk. And we can basically scout Dragapult for a bit. It's definitely not a full-on counter, but this is basically meant to be my switch-in that will allow us to scout for what Dragapult is. Because as scary as Dragapult is, the reason why it's so scary is because it has so many sets it can run. Once we scout basically what this thing does, it's going to be a lot less scary. Like the revealed Dragapult is a lot less scary than an unknown one. So that's basically what Moltres is there to do. Being offensive this time, it also has a much better matchup against Rotom Mow, because unlike last time, we are going to be able to outspeed the Rotom Mow this time and hit it with a big Flamethrower. It's also a very, very solid switch in to Ting-Lu and the Fortress. And obviously with the Flame Body we can also cripple things like Alolan Muck with a Burn. We're not going to make the mistake of being greedy and running a Binding Band or a Choice Item this time. We are just running Heavy Duty Boots to get the Stealth Rocks, and Hurricane and Roost to allow us to do more damage to the team and stay healthy. So I really feel like Moltres is going to be good for that. And obviously last time, Moltres is also easily my team's best answer to Enamorus. So that's kind of why I wanted to bring it, because Enamorus is otherwise quite a scary threat into my team. Next up we have Hydreigon, which is once again Scarfed. I really didn't see a reason to go with something else. I was considering doing Habanberry, but the reason why I went back to Scarf is because basically as long as Hydreigon is alive, we can offensively answer Dragapult. Whereas if we are Habanberry and we get weakened by something else, we're not going to be able to do that anymore. And, you know, I really just think Dragapult, there's no way you can be over-prepared for that thing. I just want to be ready. So the stab combination is pretty much the usual thing. It hits the entire team for very good damage, while Fire Blast allows us to do big damage to the Rotom Mow, do some good damage to the Enamorus, and obviously one-shot the Fortress if we need to. And the nice thing here is that with the Scarf and U-turn, we actually form a pretty solid momentum core together with Moltres and then some other members of the team, which we'll get to in a minute. But basically, Hydreigon and Moltres are going to be my main two ways of dealing with Dragapult, while also having a decent matchup against the rest of the team. So that's why they are on there. Like I said before, we are obviously trying to form a bit of a momentum core, but with both U-turns on Moltres and Hydreigon. And the thing that I actually really like with this is we are going to bring back a Jetpack Great Tusk. We are unfortunately forced to run just max speed, because otherwise we don't outspeed the Rotom Mow. But Great Tusk stabs still do pretty decent work against the whole team, except for some Pokemon like the Fortress, the Slowbro, and the Enamorus. But the key here is that we actually pack quite a few onto these Pokemon, and we can pivot out with the eject pack that allows us to switch out after we use either one of the stabs, because obviously they drop our defenses. So I think that one-time very strong U-turn is going to be very key in keeping up momentum, because obviously I know Emerald Miner and I are both pretty offensive players, so whoever can keep up momentum I think is going to have a big advantage in this battle, and that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm running Knockoff this time, basically as a means to cripple all of the other checks, because I really can't fit all of Fire Fang, Mega Horn, and Heavy Slam into my moveset like I was able to last time, and I really feel like running that set again is going to be a bit too predictable, so that's why we are switching it up. And I know Moltres is carrying the Heavy Duty Boots, but the rest of my team also doesn't appreciate too many hazards stacking up once too much. So that's obviously why we are running Great Tusk with the Rapid Spin this time again. And the Knockoff also allows us to do big damage to the Dragapult should it try to spin block us. This is going to be a lot more useful in taking that on this time, even if it does come in on us trying to 1v1 us, and obviously keep up the hazards that Ting-Lu and Fortress are very good at setting. Let's see, next up we are running, I'll try to explain the next two sort of back to back. Next up we are running a bit of a rain core, because something that I have not yet done in the BHDL is run a manual rain core with Barraskewda and Swift Swim. And the reason why I really wanted to try that is because Barraskewda, sort of the water type, actually hits Emerald Miner's team for very, very good neutral damage. And because of that, I basically wanted to try a bit of a breaking core with Barraskewda and the rain support from Rotom Wash. So we have, I'll try to explain Rotom Wash first. We are running fully physically defensive, basically as a means to basically sit on the Alolan Muck, on the Tauros, or on the Fortress. And that will allow us to get a rain dance up, which will then allow us to get a slow pivot off into Barraskewda. Apologies, I think I have a... I don't think I have 0 speed IVs on this Pokepace, but I'm definitely going to try to gen that in-game, so we can get the slow pivots off. And then obviously Volt Switch and Hydro Pump are the usual stabs that will allow us to do good electric damage and switch Barraskewda in. Barraskewda itself this time is carrying 196 speed EVs with an adamant nature, because that will basically allow us to easily outspeed the entire team under Swift Swim, as well as the next fastest Pokemon on the team outside of rain, which I believe is, honestly can't remember off the top of my head, but the next fastest Pokemon basically. As I said, Liquidation is kind of necessary. It's the strongest stab move Barraskewda has. Crunch allows us to hit the Dragapult and Slowbro mainly for very good damage. And Poison Jab allows us to hit the Enamorus and the Rotom-Mow, which are also very, very crucial targets, especially the Rotom-Mow. Since I don't really need a 4th coverage move, Aqua Jet is there for some strong priority. And the reason why we're going live 4% of Choice Band is, again, because of Emerald Miner's very, very strong, well-rounded type chart. It's definitely much more useful to be able to switch around moves. And the Life Orb still allow us to get the 2-hit KOs or 1-hit KOs that we are after. So the power of Choice Band is nice, but not necessarily completely needed. So I have a lot of faith in Barraskewda in this week. I think it's actually going to put in some nice, fine work. And then last but not least, we are bringing back the exact same Iron Leaf set from last time. Terra Fighting with the booster energy boosting us in speed, with the combination of Swords Dance, Psyblade, Close Combat and Trailblaze. Now the reason, we actually had a substitute last time instead of Trailblaze, and the reason why I really wanted to try Trailblaze this time is to get around potential Scarfers, mainly the Enamorus. Because we are bringing this set back, I really felt like it was really strong into Emerald Miner's team, and I genuinely couldn't find any other Terra type that would allow us to both break up or break the defensive holes open, as well as having a good defensive Terra type that allows us to set up nicely. Because, for example, Fairy and Steel are also very good Terra types to set up on things. But the problem with going with anything that's not fire or fighting is that we have a lot of trouble to killing the Foresters mainly, and I'm 100% expecting that thing to come. However, the problem with Terra Fire is that it makes us weak to the Lycanroc Accelerock, which I really don't want to be weak to. So that's why we are bringing back fighting again. Like, you know, if there's it's the same story with Hydreigon. If there is a set that's really good into their team, I feel like it being predictable is honestly okay. And we're going to try and bring it back. Now, again, we have Trailblaze for potential Scarfers, and the same moves that should allow us to break open the team. And this is going to be our endgame sweeper once again. Now, the reason why Iron Leaves is still very good into this matchup, I think, is because even if it doesn't completely get the endgame sweep, like last time, it does target a lot of the same physical walls that stand in the way of Barraskewda. So Barraskewda and Iron Leaves, I feel like, are gonna, like, together be able to, like, carve the paths for each other, similar to how Great Tusk and King Gambit did that for Iron Leaves last time. So we're gonna go with a little bit of a similar game plan, but definitely not completely the same. This is actually the exact same 5 Pokemon that we brought, and the only difference this time is we have Barraskewda instead of King Gambit. The reason I didn't want to bring King Gambit is because even though it does really well against the Dragapult, I really feel like Dragapult can deal with what's it called? With King Gambit. And Emerald Miner's team packs a lot of answers for King Gambit otherwise. So I decided to take a bit of a risk in that regard, because I really feel like, again, because this is a rematch, I really feel like bringing King Gambit again was a little bit too predictable. So I tried my best to come up with a team that plays differently, but still allows us to go for a somewhat different game plan that he might not be able to see coming. But anyway, that's going to be the team that we're taking into the semifinals. Again, apologies, this is a bit of a long one, but you know, these battles, of course, I have to take very seriously, naturally. Whoever wins this battle will be eliminated from the league, and whoever wins advances to the finals, which is very hype. And we're going to have to hope and pray that this team does very well. I also just realized I forgot to put Iron Leaf's little sprite in. But whatever, doesn't matter. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Yeah, good luck and have fun, Emerald Miner, for the battle as well. And speaking of the battle, let's get right into that. See you guys there. Alright everybody, welcome to the Battle Hub Draft League semi-finals. We are here and about ready to go. Start searching for my homie Emerald Miner. Oh boy, am I nervous. But then again, just like last time, Emerald Miner has been having quite a chill season, ending on a 7-2 record, I believe. Whereas we have had to deal with this feeling for quite a while, so Let's see how it goes. Honestly, no idea what to expect. His team could be very similar, could be very different. It seems like he's ready to search, so we're gonna get into it. Alright. Team is already registered. I want to quickly set it to AI Professor. There we go. Because this battle is about to be as intense as that one in game. There he is, Emerald Miner. Alright, let me quickly write down his team, see what he's got. He has got the Paldea Tauros Fire, or Blaze, whatever you want to call it. Enamorous, Fortress, Lycanroc, Dragapult, and Tinglu. So honestly, first of all, no Rotom-Mow, which is big. The Lycanroc is the only Terra captain, which is interesting. Enamorous is still here, so I'm very glad we have Moltres. And this is about the team I was honestly expecting the first time, except, well, the Bull I was expecting. The Tinglu maybe not so much, but interesting team comp, very scary for sure. I kind of want to lead off with Hydreigon because that's what I did last time. And it seems pretty good into his team overall. The only thing that we don't match up well against is the Enamorous, but we can U-turn or just go hard Moltres. So I think I will do that. And we're going to try to go for either the Rotom or the Barraskewda, or not the Rotom, sorry. We're going to go for either the Barraskewda or the Iron Leaves endgame. So let's get it. Good luck, my friend. Let's have a good battle. Once again, this is all or nothing. Whoever wins advances to the finals, the BHDL, and whoever loses gets eliminated. Let's see. We're on the normal gym. Cool. Always love this background. And he starts off with Double O Nemesis. That's the Tinglu. Alright, so not an ideal matchup for us. Obviously, this thing is a very specially defensive wall. And it could probably get up Stealth Rock straight away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to U-turn into my Great Tusk. He shouldn't be able to hurt us much. I think the best thing he can do is go for a Ruination. U-turn should do about 16 to 19% if he's specially defensive. So we're going to find out what his defensive spread is, or maybe he's more offensive. Regardless, I'm going to go for a U-turn, because it does get super effective damage off on him. And that tells me that that's likely... That could actually be... No, that's definitely special defensive. Maybe slightly offensive, we'll see. But we're going to go straight into Great Tusk. If he sets up Stealth Rocks, we're going to be able to spin those off straight away. And we have the Eject back to keep up momentum. Let's see what he does. He goes for Ruination, as expected. I don't mind Great Tusk getting chipped here, honestly. That's totally okay. And he has no... Well, he does have the Dragapult, but I don't think you'd go a hard Dragapult. So what I want to do is I kind of want to go for a close combat. Because it hits this thing super effectively, and if he goes into Enamorous, then we get momentum. And then we can go into either the Moltres or potentially the Rotom. So we're going to close combat here. He does withdraw. Hopefully he doesn't go Dragapult there. That would be a little bit annoying, but I don't think he will. Dark Bull. Oh, he goes into Tauros. Okay, interesting. Is he Intimidate? He is Intimidate, as expected. Let's see how much damage we do. Oh fuck, that shit, that forces me out immediately. Oh god! Not the Eject back counterplay. Alright, so we don't get any damage off on the Tauros. Oh, that's annoying. That's a little bit of an issue. Alright. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but that does mean we don't get chip damage off on this thing. I probably should have accounted for that actually. But then again, I really didn't think he would go into the Tauros straight away, unless he was like somehow predicting the Eject pack. Wow. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Rotom. We are physically defensive, so we should be able to take this thing on nicely. And we're going to have to see and scout what this thing wants to do. So we're going to go into Rotom here. Malfunction. And this does still give us, like, it does still give us a little bit of momentum, right? Which is nice. So here, I kind of want to set up the Rain already. If he's banded with CC, so that's going to do a lot of damage. Which could be a problem. He doesn't have the Slowbro as well, which so Barraskewda honestly goes kind of insane here. So what do I want to do? Do I want to set up the Rain down, or do I want to set up the thing? Hang on. So how much do we do? Rotom Wash against the Tauros. Where are you? My cow. There you are. So let's see. So Hydro Pump does kill, even if he's like max HP. Actually, he has a good shot at doing so. Oof. I don't think I want to set up the thing though just yet. Although what is switch-ins? I'm gonna set up the rain downs anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna set up the rain downs anyway because if the Ting Lu comes in, he does withdraw. Because Ting Lu honestly walls the defensive room quite well still. He does go into the Ting Lu, beautiful. This is kind of what I wanted here, right? So we're gonna be able to get the rain up. And this thing is not gonna take our thingies very well. So we're gonna set up the rain. Glad we made the right play there. We didn't volt switch, obviously, because this thing still takes volt switches rather well, right? So it's honestly still a pretty good switch in. I think now I want to Hydro Pump once. Let's see, Ting Lu. Hydro Pump in the rain does about 50%. And his switch-ins are kind of lacking. So I really wouldn't mind getting chip off on this thing. And he's got no water resist other than the Dragapult. So I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump here. See what he does. He goes to Dragapult, we get chip off on that. We do land the Hydro Pump, he stays in, beautiful. Ooh, that's not like, is that Assault Vest? Ooh, that could be Assault Vest, jeez. And you're going to be able to get some Ruination chip off on us. That could be Assault Vest. Because that should definitely do more, I think. Let's see. Because he's not leftovers either, right? Yeah, that definitely could be Assault, that's probably Assault Vest. So that makes even more sense, actually. So now what do I want to do? Do I want to go Great Tusk? Or do I want to stay in? Because Rotom, it's fine at getting hit by Ruination, but I don't really want to take more chip damage than that. I think he's more than willing to stay in here. So I think what I will do is... Do I mind Barraskewda getting chipped? I kind of do. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do. So I think... Because Ting Lu honestly can't hurt us that much with Great Tusk, I think I'm going to go Great Tusk for now. I think that's an overall safer play. And we're going to be able to do force progress no matter what with Great Tusk, because we can go for a knockoff. So even the Enamorous, like getting rid of a Choice Scarf on that is going to be big. He's going to go for a Double, or he's going to swap out. Let's see what he goes into. Does he go into Enamorous here? No, he goes into Dragapult. Okay, so... Against Dragapult, I kind of want to go Moltres, just to scout to see what he does. But I also don't want Moltres getting weakened because we need Enamorous. So I need to quickly see Dragapult. See, Dragapult only kills me with Draco Meteor here, that's the thing. It only kills me with Draco Meteor or Spec Shadow Ball. So I think I'm going to go for a knockoff here, because knockoff should do big damage. Actually, no, that's a lie. Never mind. Draco Meteor. If he's max special attack, I was looking at the wrong thing. Knockoff has a good chance of killing, but it usually doesn't. I really feel like I don't mind losing. Losing Great Tusk for information on Dragapult, I feel is worth it. So I'm gonna go for a knockoff here. Hopefully it's the right play. He goes for Surf. Oh, he has Surf. Okay. I had a feeling he would have that, but honestly, like... I was more expecting a Hydro Pump. But that does make sense, actually. He's Life Orb. Okay, that's good to know. So that's actually quite good, because we can get chip damage. Now I kind of want to go Barraskewda, because Barraskewda should be able to take out Dragapult, and also outspeed it in the rain. We should be able to get some huge stuff done here. Yeah, Crunch should always KO. Could also go Hydreigon, but that kind of, like, he's still got the Ting Lu, right? So that doesn't really directly threaten anything. So I want to go Barraskewda here, especially because we still have the rain up. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. So do we go for Crunch here? That's the question. Siri, can you up? There we go. So do we go for Crunch here, or do we go for a Liquidation, right? We do have the Life Orb. But we don't 2-hit KO everything, though. That's the thing. Would you keep Dragapult around at this stage? Because the thing is, if I guess wrong here, and I go for a Liquidation and he lives, then I die. That's the thing, right? Because he's Life Orb, so he's not locked into Surf either. What would be your switch in? I guess he can go Fortress still, right? I think I'm gonna make that. I think no matter what, Dragapult should be more valuable for him than the Fortress. So I'm gonna go for the Liquidation play. If he reads me, he does. Okay, he swaps out. Perfect. This is his only water switch, and so whatever comes in is gonna take big damage. Earth Virgo, is that the Fortress? Certainly is. How much do we do to it? Let's see. It's not even a 2KL. Wow, that thing is bulky as hell. Alright, so obviously... Okay, so he's Rocky Helmet as well. That's good to know. see. So we actually got a low roll there, which is unfortunate. Let's see, he's about, like, let's say 52%. So Liquidation, it should still have a good chance to KO him here, that's the thing. I kind of want to go for it, but at the same time he kills me if he's like... Actually, no he doesn't. Well, Body Press might kill after the recoil for both. But I think... Like, this should do 48 to 57, right? So it should be a good shot. I'm gonna go for it. I want to go for it. Let's see. Liquidation. We do get the kill, perfect. So it was indeed a low roll for the first time, but we get a high roll this time. Beautiful. So that's gonna go down. We do take another round of Life Orb Recall and such. Let's see, I need to write these KOs down as well. I completely forgot. So let's see. Obviously the Dragapult KO'd Great Tusk. And Barraskewda KO's Fortress. So that's huge, by the way. The Fortress being gone is huge for Iron Leaves. Iron Leaves is looking really good in this endgame. Although I think I definitely need to position it carefully. That is a problem we have. So he does go into Tauros. He's going to be able to get the Intimidate off on us, obviously. Let's see. So Tauros, more than likely going to be defensive, right? So after he gets the Intimidate off, it is in KO range, but that's with no bulk. If he's fully Fizz Def, he only takes like half, which is crazy damage, right? So I think here... am I okay with getting damage off and even losing Barraskewda for it? I don't think I am. I don't think I'm prepared for that. I actually kind of want to go into Moltres because we have a 100% accurate Hurricane on this thing, and if we should outspeed it unless he's speedy. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go Moltres. That's another like little benefit of the rain. We can hit 100% accurate Hurricanes. I probably should check if the thing is when the thing ends. Let's see. He goes for Body Press, right? Beautiful. So obviously we're not gonna be able to get the burn off. That's definitely defensive then. Let's see. Moltres. So obviously Hurricane easily kills. How much do we do? How much do we do with Tinglu with Hurricane? We do like 26%, not less. So that's obviously not ideal. But he can't do anything to us, right? So he should switch out. If he's gonna go into the Tinglu, how much rain turns do we have left? Quick, let's check. One more turn. That's annoying because we're not gonna be able to go into better. Well, actually, we can still go into Barraskewda because if after a U-turn he should be in range. So we're gonna U-turn here anyway. That should always be the play. He does withdraw. What does he go into? That's the question. Into the Tinglu. Alright, beautiful. So we get some beautiful U-turn damage off from this, and that should be in KO range now of Liquidation, right? Yeah, that should easily be in KO range of Liquidation, even without the rain. Let's see, obviously the rain is gone against Tinglu. Yeah, Liquidation easily KOs, even if it's like Assault Vest. So let's go into Predator. And let's claim ourselves a KO. Obviously rain's gonna stop here. And yeah, we should go for a Liquidation here. Because even if he does go Dragapult, I don't think he keeps this thing around. And even if he does go Dragapult, we get some pretty decent chip off on it. Because obviously Dragapult, it can take hits somewhat well, but obviously it's not like the bulkiest thing in the world. So we're going to go for Liquidation here. And he does let Tinglu go down, beautiful. So that's another huge KO from Moltres actually. So Tinglu, Barraskewda KOs Tinglu. Beautiful. He's probably going to go into the Dragapult now, which should be totally okay. Yep, he goes into Dragapult as expected. I want to... let's see. So Moltres, how much do you take? I really hate Moltres getting chipped here, honestly. Dragapult is definitely annoying for us. Let's see. So it's Life Orb. Shadow Ball does like 50, and Draco Meteor can kill us from the range that we're at. So what does he go for here? That's a big question. I kind of want to let Barraskewda go down and get a free Season Wedge Hydreigon because this is going to be a rough endgame. Barraskewda going down here at this point I think is okay because we do still have the Hydreigon and the thingy is gone, right? So I'm gonna let Barraskewda go down. And we're gonna try and go for the Iron Leaves endgame because that's looking really good, right? Let's go for the crunch. He does drop a Drake. Okay, so that's nice. Because that opens up... Should we go for Iron Leaves here? Is now the time we want to go Iron Leaves? That's my question. Because this thing is a -2, right? I really want to take advantage of this situation, I think. But the fact that he's at -2. Let's see, -2. Shadow Ball against Iron Leaves. Doesn't even to a KO. What has he got left? He's got the Enamorous left, the Tauros, the Dragapult, and the Lycanroc. If we get the team weakened, we can definitely endgame with these two. It's definitely early, but at the same time, I feel like this is the best way we're going to take advantage of this -2 situation. So we're going to do it. We're going to swap in Iron Leaves, and we're going to go for it. The fact that the Fortress is gone is very, very useful for us. So we're getting our Quark Drive, we should get it in speed. Question is, do I want a Terra here already? It could be worth it, because obviously he could try and go for a Shadow Ball or a U-turn. So I'm definitely more comfortable going into a fighting type. However, small problem with that is if he goes into the Enamorous and if he's Scarfed, then he revenge kills us, right? I think because we don't take that much damage from Shadow Ball at -2, I think we're going to stay a Grass Psychic type for now. And we're going to SD. Yep, we're going to do it. Let's see what he does. He does withdraw. So I think doing this was the play because we save our Terra, obviously. And he goes into the Bull. So let's see. So obviously he's going to get the Intimidate off. This could definitely be his counter to us to an extent. But let's see, he's obviously got no attack investment, right? And he's like max HP, max defense, bold. Let's see. So we're +2 in attack right now, and we're a Quark Drive boosted in speed. So Psyblade doesn't kill from here. Let's see, we're +1 obviously. So do I want to Terra and go for an SD again? I think I do, because this thing honestly doesn't do that much to me after we Terra fighting. Yeah, nothing should 2 a KO. Not even, let's see, how much does Body Press do? Body Press. Even Body Press isn't 2 a KO. So we're gonna hit the Terra here. I'm really scared about the Enamorous endgame, but I think as long as we keep Hold Monsters healthy, we should be okay. We're gonna Terra. And do I want to SD again or do I want to Trailblaze? I think I want to SD again, actually. I see what he does. He could definitely go for a Will-O-Wisp as well, which I think is what I actually prefer. We're gonna Terra here, we're gonna SD again. Let's see what he wants to do. I think the Terra here is obvious, but at the same time, you know, we take less damage from everything regardless. And if we're very lucky, we could even get a Trailblaze off of this thing as well, which guarantees that we outspeed a potential Choice Scarf and Enamorous. So we go for an SD again, see what he wants to do. Hope he doesn't have a phasing move, that would suck. Raging Ball, okay, that's fine. Yeah, we don't like too much from that. So do I want to Trailblaze here is the question. I think if we Trailblaze here, we win. That's the thing. I think if we Trailblaze here, we win. Do I want to risk that, though? Because I will probably still have to eat a Dragapult, Sucker Punch, and a Lycanroc, Accelerock. But we do resist both of those. I think I'll do it. I think I'll risk it. So you go for Trailblaze. Let's see how much damage we get. We get good damage. Let's go. Obviously going to raise our speed even further, so we're +2 now. He does go for a Will-O-Wisp. That's about expected, so obviously we are burnt now. Let's see. So we're burnt. So do we kill Psyblade now? Let's see. Obviously we're at +3. Let's see. Are we at +3? Hold on. Yeah, we're at +3. Okay, so Psyblade, I think kills from here. Oof. See, I don't want to eat another Raging Bolt and then even more burn damage. Psyblade might not even kill from here, which is a problem. Because the burn honestly does cut our thing straight in half. I really feel like SDing again is so greedy. I'm gonna go for the Psyblade. We need to get damage on this thing regardless, right? Let's see what we do. We don't even kill it. Jeez, this thing is so bulky. Body Press. So unfortunately we are now in range of Lycanroc, Accelerock, it feels. I feel. Yeah, we're definitely in range of Lycanroc, Accelerock. Alright, let's just go for the Psyblade here. So Iron Leaves is going to be able to KO Tauros. That is definitely useful though. Let's see. This endgame is looking rough though without Iron Leaves, but at the same time, I think this is the best way that we could have done it. Yeah, we're definitely in range of a priority move now. So the Lycanrock's probably gonna come out and kill us. Let's see, Iron Leaves takes down Tauros. Yep, there's the Lycanrock. So do I want to keep Iron Leaves as a sack is the question. I don't have a switch in though, that's the thing. I really don't have a switch in to a Celerock. Rotom is a switch into a Celerock, but that's obviously gonna have to take a follow-up attack after. So we're just gonna close combat here. The Celerock is definitely coming. Yep. So Iron Leaves goes down to Lycanrock. Still got 2 KOs, which is cool. Actually, did he get 2 KOs? No, he didn't. I'm lying. Got 1 KO. Well, I mean, okay. So he's Life Orb on the Lycanrock as well. Let's see, Lycanrock is gonna be able to KO Iron Leaves. My God, what a game this is. Obviously, there's no point in going for a thingy here, for a Rain Dance. We could go for a Volt Switch. Kinda wish I had Flash Cannon on Hydreigon now. Let's see, do we kill Lycanrock with Hydreigon? Let's see, Lycanrock. Because obviously I outspeed it, right, because I'm Scarfed. We do kill. So, do I want to go into the Hydreigon now? He does naturally outspeed us, but obviously we are fast because of the Scarf. Shit. Now I'm gonna keep him up. I'm gonna go Rotom. I think Rotom is the safer play, because there's no Ting-Lu anymore, right? So we are free of Volt Switch, which is good. So, do we Hydro Pump here to get chip damage off on something? Or do we Thunder Wave? Ooh, Thunder Wave could be a good play as well. But at the same time, you know, a Celerock bypasses that anyway. Obviously, Hydro Pump should get the KO here. Let's see, Hydro Pump. I think he's going to keep this around, though, to never lose to the Moltres. Rotom, where are you? There you are. So, obviously, yeah, Hydro Pump easily KOs, right? We're going to be able to get chip damage off on something no matter what. I'm going for Hydro Pump. I'm going for it. Because if we can get this thing dead, that's going to be even more better. Although he could Terra as well. That's a thing. He definitely could Terra. Probably completely forgot this was a Terra Captain. Whoops. Oh, well, I think this is still the play. Okay, so he does withdraw. So we get chip damage off on something here. Probably Dragapult, I would imagine. Yeah, he does. Okay, so we don't miss the Hydro Pump. Thank you, Rotom. Really appreciate that. So now then, Dragapult is in. Let's see. So Draco Meteor with the Life Orb obviously kills us, right? Do we still need Rotom? At half health, I don't think we do. This is gonna be very difficult. I think Enamorus wins this for him, honestly. Oh no, not Enamorus, sorry, Lycanrock. So Draco Meteor kills us. Shadow Ball can kill us. It's not guaranteed. But I really can't afford to let these two get weakened, right? We need to make sure they're out of range for a Celerock. So I'm going to try to Thunder Wave this thing, I think. Is that a good play? Guarantees we outspeed it with the Moltres. Or should we Volt Switch? I think I'll Thunder Wave. Getting this thing slowed down is going to be huge. He does Draco Meteor again. So that, again, means that we get some momentum. So Rotom goes down. Dragapult KOs Rotom. There's some more HP from the Life Orb, which is beautiful. That's the wrong pen. Dragapult KOs Rotom Wash. So it's a 3v2. That Tauros honestly was so bulky, I didn't expect it to take Iron Leaf's side blade that well. So I think there's only one play, right? We should go into Hydreigon here. Does Dragapult kill us from full? Let's see, Hydreigon. -2 Draco Meteor. No, he doesn't kill us from full. So I mean, the play is always Hydreigon, right? That much is obvious. So he should never be able to kill us unless he gets a crit. I think he's going to be okay with letting this thing go down at this point. So I think... Well, if the Enamorus comes in, then we have Moltres, right? And And the Lycanroc is not going to appreciate this. Fire Blast doesn't kill. I think the play here is to always Dark Pulse. Because if he doesn't switch, Dragapult goes down. If he does switch... Yeah, we're going to go for Dark Pulse. He does stay in, beautiful. So no over predictions. Hydreigon is going to take down Dragapult, and that obviously reveals to him, crit didn't matter. That obviously reveals to him that we are scarfed, if he didn't know already. So Hydreigon gets the KO on Pult. And now it comes down to Hydreigon and Moltres versus Lycanroc. Ooh, that's an interesting play. Versus Lycanroc and thingy. So, do I kill Lycanroc from full with Dark Pulse? I don't. And close combat does kill me. So I think we may have lost. I think we may have just lost now. Or we're gonna have to go for a flinch. The combination of Dark Pulse and the Life Orb Recall might kill him. Oh, this is gonna come down to a flinch. It might, honestly. Well, if we switch, this could be a possibility. If we switch Moltres into a close combat, then we could get the burn, and that could be our way out. Honestly, I think that's going to be the play. It's a ballsy play. It could very well not work out, but I think that's the only way we win this. We have to go for a burn on the Lycanroc, and if not, more chip damage. He's going to Terra here. What Terra type are you? There's also, oh yeah, right. There's also scouts for a Terra type. That was an unintentional decent play. What is your Terra type, my friend? Fairy. That's going to make it very rough for Hydreigon. I think we might lose this one. Oh, if only I had Flash Cannon. If only I had Flash Cannon. Terra Blast. Oh, so that doesn't even make contact. Oh dear. Yeah, Lycanroc wins this. Went to the roof there for some reason. Oh, I think Lycanroc wins this. Unless Hydreigon can somehow KO them both with Fire Blast. With a huge crit. Oh, I think Emerald Miner wins this, but hey, that's I think he wins this, but honestly, really well played. Let's go for a Flamethrower, get some chip, let's see if we, Celerock, that's risking the burn, buddy, hold up. No burn, oh, that's a shame. I never get Flame Body burns, man, that's just how it goes. Alright, so Lycanroc obviously KOs. Terra Fairy was a really good bring-in from him, definitely. Also, obviously prepares him for Great Task. Lycanroc, what did he KO? Moltres, yep. Just like last time. Alright, so Hydreigon, it's all gonna come down to you, buddy. Can you somehow win this with Fire Blast? I don't think so. I don't think you can. I will be very surprised if you can. Again, I really wish I had Flash Cannon right now. So Fire Blast, let's see, he is Terra Fairy. So Fire Blast. Fire Blast can kill from here. But it's a very low roll. And then Enamorous. I mean, I don't know why I'm cocking, right? Like, there's only really one play. Fire Blast doesn't even kill Enamorous with a crit, so I think it's oval. Well, there's only one play. We don't miss the Fire Blast, which is good. Not much hacks. And he does live. And he's going to go for the Terra Blast. And that's going to take us out with the Life Orb Recoil. So that, well, unless it somehow doesn't kill. Not Sash. Nope, that's going to be the game. So GG's Emerald Miner. That is game, and that is a 2-0 victory. Well, 1-0 victory, actually, to you. Because Lycanroc died to Life Orb Recoil. What a game, man. I am not mad. I lost that at all. That was really, really well played from both sides, I think, especially from him. GG's Emerald Miner. You deserve it, man. And if there's anyone who I'm more than willing to be happy like that they knocked me out of the league, it's you. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Man, I really enjoyed that. Again, that's going to be the game, and we are knocked out. Emerald Miner advances to the finals. And that's going to be it for our BHDL journey. So thank you guys so much for watching this one and every single other battle, as well as supporting me through this incredible journey altogether. There will be one final seasonal recap after this, where I'm going to go into detail about all of my Pokemon and how they performed and stuff, and some weekly recaps as well. So definitely look forward to that. As far as the other content, I'm probably just going to go back to uploading regular Wi-Fi battles, but I will start doing commentary, so that's going to be fun to look forward to. And hopefully we have a second season of the Battle Hub Draft League as well. So again, final big GG's to you, Emerald Miner. You deserve it, man. And please take home the W in finals. That's going to be me signing off. And again, love you all. Thank you so much for supporting me. Peace.